Today we're going to be showing you how to get one of these mini superstars for free. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's go ahead and break this one down. I'm going to be showing you how to get a free superstar of your choice. All right, let's go ahead into the challenges, and I'm going to show you guys one of the easier ways to get started on this particular method, and then I'll show you another way that completely just avoids doing these challenges. All right, so we know that the superstar challenges have Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas, Von Miller, and they're going to continue to add more people as the promo goes on. Right now, they just added the Saquon, the Vita, then the Buddha. What we're going to do is go into milestones, and you'll see right here that at 20 stars, you're going to get a 74 to 79. And then at 40 stars, you're going to get another 74 to 79. 60, you get that nice 5,000 coin stack. And then at 80, you're going to get another 74, 79. And then again, you're going to get a 74 to 84 at the 120 tier mark. I'm not saying you have to do all these, but these are free cards that if you're missing one or two, you can go ahead and add those to your sets. Let's walk over to the sets just in case you haven't seen them, and that's going to help you guys understand where I'm going with this particular method. All right. So as we get into the sets, we're going to come over here into the players, and you'll see that these heroes or these champions, we're going to start off with the champions. They require you to have 4 of the particular superstar heroes. Okay. Now, in order to create a superstar hero, you're going to go into one of those sets. You need about 9 cards that are going to be, they're going to range between the 83s and the 74 superstar players. So you already know off gate, we're going to get at least 3 or 4 of these, if not all of them, from those particular solos. And again, if you don't want to do all those, it's okay. I got you. I'm going to show you what to do. So we know that we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 74 to 79s, and then the rest we're going to need 3 80s and 1 83 to 84 overall player to create this hero. So if you plan on just rolling a ton of cards into these sets, you're going to lose a lot of time or money. This is going to take 5 62 to 69s and 1 74 to 70 overall regular player to get one superstar 74 to 79. I can't even tell you how much coin that is. Even if you did, let's say, get a player, you're going to spend at least what, 1 2 3, that's 3,000, at least maybe 3,500 if you're lucky on this particular set, just to get a 74 to 79 player. And I don't even think those cards are going for that much in the auction house. They're only going for about 3,000, so about 5,000 less than if you would just to use the get a player method and get really lucky and pull a 70 card. So these sets just get expeditiously more expensive as you continue to roll up. You'll see that this 80 set takes 6 74 to 79s to get 180 to 82 overall player. That is not the way that I think you should go. Okay, instead of rolling up all your cards in these sets, you're going to want to go ahead and start placing them into your hero sets. Okay, so we're going to come down to these heroes, and you'll see again, these take the 74 to 79s and 80s, and then the 83 to 84. So you might be asking yourself, okay, well, how am I going to get those cards if I'm not rolling them into sets? Well, Forehead, there is a training that you can do, which is by far a lot cheaper than actually doing it through the rolling up of the sets, because you have the chance to pull something a lot higher than that. So if we come over here, we see that there's a 74 plus training pack. Okay, so you can spend 100 training to get a 74 plus overall player, or you can go ahead and get an 86 for 1,000 training points. And this is actually even faster if you can generate the training fast enough to get up there. So right now, if you're following along, you're undoubtedly saying, okay, Chef, I get you, spend the training, not the coins, but how do I get unlimited training? I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to use a tried and true method, and that is the get a player method. So if you're not familiar with the get a player method, basically all you're going to do is go into the store and you're going to find that get a player pack, and you're just going to roll those over and over and over and over. And then when you think you're done, you're going to probably roll a couple of more. Okay. We rolled about 30,000 coins into a get a player. Let me show you what we got and how we made profit, and we got free training out of it. So here we are inside of our get a player spreadsheet. This is going to say every card as far as their overall, how much I spent, how much I made, how much I profit in coins, as well as how much I'm profiting in training right now. and what I'm selling each item for. You'll see that I started off with 508,000 coins, and right now I'm at 510,000 coins, and I profited 156 training points. So not only am I getting training points for free, but I'm also making money, which ultimately will help me get this card or whatever superstar cards you want for absolutely free, no money spent, which is our favorite way to do this. So let's look at this sheet real quick. Let's break it down. Let's go over it and show you guys how it worked out. So again, we spent about 31,000 coins. We started off with 508,000. We're sitting at 510 right now. We made a really good profit. We have made about 156 training. So that gives us one pack to rip open for completely free out of the store. Out of all the packs that we've opened, we opened 34 of those players were 62 to 65s. 19 of those players were 66 to 69s, and 6 of those players were 70 to 74s. We didn't get anything higher than a 74 out of the get a player packs, but that's good. These are the cards that we sold as they came from out of that get a player pack. So we pulled an Asante Samuel Jr., we pulled a D tackle and a left tackle Miller. We sold them in the auction house for, we sold the Asante Samuel for 13. We sold the Miller for 38, and then we sold Hargrave for 45. This is the profit that we made from the auction house after they took their 10% off. So after we pulled all those cards and we sold these few from our get a player packs, we then went over into the sets, and you'll see that I have sets put up here, and we started turning these into sets. So we rolled our 62s and 65s up to 66, 69s. We rolled our 66 to 69s up to 70s and 74s. And then if you have to, you can roll up to 75, 79. I would say that's probably where you should stop if you want to make a profit here. You're not going to make the profit on the 80s, 82s, and I'll tell you why in a second, okay? So once we start to roll up, we sold basically all of the power-ups, unless they were power-ups that we absolutely needed or wanted on our team. These are all the power-ups that we sold from the sets that we were making. Most of these are going to be from that 70 on upset. We didn't get any power-ups from the 66 to 69. We got most of our power-ups from the 70 to 74 set, which is where the bread and butter is for this coin making and training making method, honestly. So these are all the powers that we sold. This is the price that we will gain from the auction house. We see we got a really good one here where we got 7,100. And then out of these, we basically made a profit of 32, 1 to 30. And you see that we spent 3,100. So we made that 1.1K profit on this one right here. So now, if we're only selling power-ups, that means that we basically have the rest of the cards that we rolled up into sets for free. We've already made our profit. We already made everything we need. So now we just have all those 70s and 74s, or those 75s to 79s. All those are free. We can turn those into training. Now, let me tell you why I'm not going to roll these up into 80s. When you roll up a 75 to 79 into a 80 to 81 overall card, you're taking the risk of losing training because you may get a, let's say, a 80 overall player, right? So if we were to roll up, let's say we had a ton of 75s like we have here, and we want to roll up 6 75s into that 80 to 82 overall set, we're going to spend about 156 training points. All right. And right now we're just talking from a training point. We're not even talking about from a financial coin standpoint. So we're going to spend about 156 training points just to get possibly a 80 or an 82 overall player. Now 80 to 82 overall player, they vary of course in overall. So let's look at what the 80s go for. The 80s right now are only going for about 110 training points. So if you were to put all your 75s inside that set, which is the very lowest amount you could put in as far as training goes, you're going to lose about 46 training points per 80 that you make. And that's not what we want. We really need those training points because that's what we're trying to use for the packs. And even if you were to get lucky enough and pull an 82, you're going to be up at that 230 mark, which is amazing, but you probably aren't going to pull an 82 consistently to make money on that. And then let's look at the 81s to see what the 81s are going for. So the 81s are going for about 160. So you could potentially make a profit on these if you were to pull an 81 or an 82. I'm a little bit of a punk. I take the sure thing. I already know that I'm going to make 156. If you want to risk the 46 training points, by all means, go ahead and roll up into those sets, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the training as I have them. So now that you've already made your profit from your training, what you're going to do is come into your binder, you're going to select newest, and you're going to figure out where you stopped at. So I basically stopped right here at my D tackle. So all of these cards, Preston Smith on up, are cards that I made from the sets. I'm going to go ahead and quick sell these all for profit. I have 162 training points. We'll say yes. You'll see that we just now got 388. We're going to go ahead and roll some of these cards inside the market. So let's see what happens here. Let's hope we get lucky. Let's hope we can pull an 86 off gate. Now, what you can do is here, you can stop here and you can continuously do this over and over and over again, and until your heart is content. You can keep rolling, get a player, get a player, get a player, and you can work your way all the way up to the hero, which to me, it would be a lot faster to do it this way. Just keep making get up players, rolling those up, sell them in the auction house, getting your training points up. Go ahead and get the heroes. You only need 4 of them to get the card for free. And as you just see, we got 150 off gate. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to get more, and you would get your free overall player that way. You just have to do that 4 times, or you can get really risky with it and you can roll this 74 real quick. That's what we're gonna roll. Hopefully we get a little bit lucky here. I don't think we are. We get a 76 cornerback, not bad. We could do a few things here, right? We could decide to sell them. I'm probably not gonna sell them, make some money due to get a players again. But I am going to just go ahead and put him inside of the set. Hopefully so we get something good. Okay, we get another 76. So the odds are not in our favor right now, but let's just roll one more. Let's roll. Nah, I'm gonna hold off on it real quick. I'm gonna hold off because maybe I think I might save up for the actual big boy, the 86. And you can always just come into these sets, right? And once you get your players coming to these sets, we just rolled 2. We can come inside of these heroes, right? And we can add those cards to these sets now. So we just got 2 free 74s. We can add those inside those sets and we can just keep it rocking. Now, if you continuously pull 74s, that's when I would probably come over to the exchange and add those into here and put those 74s into here and create your 80. And instead of rolling up your 74s this way, go ahead, roll them into training first, then come in here, roll those that you get from that set into these, and then roll them up into your free overall hero or your free overall champion. Now, this has been a tip. I hope you guys were able to follow that. Let me know down in the comments if you guys were able to get a free superstar player, and let me know if this explanation was clear enough for you guys to follow. If not, we'll make another one. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's been your boy, GG Chef. It's been love as always love. We out here. Peace.